Good morning. How is everybody? How is everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, how's everybody doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Resurrection Weekend. Happy Resurrection Weekend. Everybody okay? I'm making sure y'all can hear me. What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I am super excited because y'all know this is why we do what we do. This is the reason for me. This is the reason for me. No matter all the other great holidays and all those things, nothing beats the feeling of when we go through Holy Week and if you confess Christ and know what this actually means to you. Is it? To know what this means to you. I'm so super excited and I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. I see you, Pastor. I see you. I see you. I see you. Thank you guys for jumping on. When you think about trouble and triumph, 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 man, what do you do in between? What do you do in between that? I know what everybody they had the seven sayings and the last words, and we said, what is it? Even Jesus was wise enough to rest, because I know we need all y'all preachers, pastors, and all those evangelists on here to actually get the rest that you need so that you can bring forth a powerful word on tomorrow. But I could not because of what was done for me. Remember, it has to be personal. Y'all know I'm about self first, and y'all know I cheer for you. So for me, he did what he did for me. He did it for me and my singing voice, for my singers on there. What do you do between trouble and triumph? For those who jumping on and may not know, I am Shawanna Kennedy. I am a self first and mental wellness advocate, and I cheer for you. I cheer for you because I know somebody who cheered for me, who actually sacrificed for me. I am excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Between trouble and triumph, y'all just simply need to, what? Stop tripping, right? Stop tripping. Between trouble and triumph, you need to stop tripping. We need to know that what? Realize that some things need to actually be buried. Some things need to actually be buried. We know that in that time alone, or if we think about Calvary, in that tomb experience, in that dark place, because we all at time, if you live long enough, you will have a dark place. You will be in a dark space, but it's what you do in the tomb. What do you do in your tombs between that trouble and that triumph? Because we already know that we have the victory, right? Can y'all just, right. Give me some love, show me some hearts. Let me know that you agree. We know that we win in the end. And if you don't know, I am here to tell you, I am here to let you know that we actually do win. The fight is fixed. We already won, but it's what do we do in the middle? Because trouble will show up. It's how we think about it that we may allow that glimpse of trouble to turn into tragedy, so that it hinders our triumphant victory that we've already been told that we have. We already know it, right? You were made for this. You were built for this. You were created for this. He has a perfect plan for you. So what do you do between trouble and triumph? What do you do? Hey.
Stop tripping.
Stop tripping, right?
Hey, everybody. I just want to jump on real quick to let you know that, between trouble and triumph, you can't trip. Even the disciples had a moment of tripping at the cross. They scattered, they ran. The one guy even hung himself. Listen, don't hang yourself on hang-ups of your trouble.
Don't trip on your way to your triumph. Stop tripping and getting tripped up, because he does his job. When me and Reverend Kennedy were actually even having our discussions that we often have, we were talking about, he was in business. See, people don't like to talk about that, but he came to be about business. We know his business was his father's business, but we have entrepreneurs on here. We have people who are doing great things in business. What is it? Some of the hangups, what is it? Whether it's some of your troubles could be relational, it could be financial. Yeah. Up here though, stop getting tripped up in the middle. Stop getting tripped up. Lace those bootstraps up. Keep it moving. Between the trouble and the triumph, there is victory. There's victory along the way. He gives us glimpses of victory. Bury some things, allow some stuff to stay in that dark place. But then, we get a choice. We get, that what he rose, we get to rise up and still be victorious. We get to rise up because he granted us all power. All power is in his hand, and he gives us that same authority. What are you doing? Let's see. Take advantage of your tomb time. Take advantage of your tomb time. Take advantage of your tomb time. God gives some of us some tomb time because we need to simply rest. He ain't killing some stuff. He's saying we need to put you in a dark place so you can rest. Yeah. So you can rest. He gives us rest. He gives us sweet sleep. In that tomb time, in that dark place, in that alone place, rest. So you can reassess. And come back out strong and use that power and authority in the right way so that you can conquer more territory and take over more ground. Yeah, between the trouble and the triumph, don't get caught up with the tripping. Don't get hung up. He was hung up for our hang-ups, so he already did it, right? He already did it. It's already paid for. You just got to use it. Use it. What? Don't get caught. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. Allow some stuff for your time alone, your tomb time, your time away, your time when people walk away, your time when you feel like you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, but we know the sun will shine. The sun did rise. The sun will shine again. Between the trouble and the triumph, there is victory. He gives us glimpses along the way. Y'all know that. We serve a perfect Savior, even though we're imperfected people just trying to do the best that we can. And that's what you're supposed to be doing, the best that you can. Stop trying to do somebody else's best. Stop trying to do somebody else's best. We get tripped up on what other people tell us should be our best. What is his plan for you? What is his plan for you? In between trouble and triumph, what is it? Realize that you do have a tomb time. You do have time away. You have time alone. What is it that I take advantage of that? Realize that some stuff need to be buried. Some people need to walk away. All of those good things. All of that. Because I don't recall it ever being recorded that somebody had a victory but didn't go through a trouble. Please tell me, help me, ma'am, help me, sir. If y'all know somebody that actually reached something great and monumental but never smelled any type of trouble along the way, then please let me know. Please make note. Please make note out there. Please make note out there. Who are they? I need to meet them, because in this life, to be victorious, to be triumphant, we will see trouble. Is how we not allow ourselves to get tripped up in the trouble. Don't get tripped up in the trouble, because he has some terrific things in store for you, even you. He has some stuff in store. Remember that, you get to choose. You really get to choose. He chose to lay down his life. He chose to lay down his life. He chose to do that so that we can have a chance to get it right, so that we can live this life victorious, so that we can live full and die empty. He died empty. He died empty. He died empty. He gave it all while he was here. He gave it all while he was here. Did y'all know that Jesus was so wise? He actually was a businessman. He was about his father's business. What business is it that you are not tending to because you tripping along the way? Get up. Get up. Get up. He gave us power. He gave us authority. Stop tripping. Get up. Be about it. What is it? If it's money, there is a plan. If it's a relationship, there is a plan. No matter, you name it, there is something to fix it. We don't have any excuses. There's so many tools, resources, people that are God have put it along the line to help us get what we need. We don't have excuses. We make adjustments, people. Make note. Stop making excuses and start making adjustments on how you can better get up. Say, how can I get up today? What excuse am I not going to make so that I can rise and be victorious in him? It is in him that we live, move, and have our being. How are we showing up? How are we rising up to the cause of the cross? He died for it all, right? Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He died for that, and that. Okay. I have to, you know what? Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. I cannot not say that. Forgive yourself. That may be why you tripping. You know what? I apologize. You might be tripping because you haven't forgiven yourself for something. Wow. Yeah. 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 Reason why I can speak and be as use the voice that he actually gave me, because for many years that voice was tried to be shut up, shut down. It was tried to be buried because of unforgiveness of myself, right? Of myself. Y'all see the behind me? Self first. Yeah, that's because Christ lives in me. And if he lives in me, he abides in me. He show up in me, and he needs to show up in you. You need to be about the business that he has assigned to your hand. Yeah, in this thing that we call life, in the thing that we do. Yeah. What's your business? What's your business that you're not showing up in? He showed us what to do. Be about it, right? Be about it. Stop tripping. Stop tripping along the way. The trouble will show up, but you got to be triumphed. Y'all know we win in the end. Flip to the back of the book. We win. We win. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah. I'm here to tell you. His word, his promises are true. We win in the end. In case somebody need to hear that. We win. You want to know? Yes, we do. He got up. We can rise up. Shake yourself off. Let it be like a duck. Let it roll off your back. Laugh at some of it. You'll feel better. Stop holding stuff in. Make the phone call. Write it down. Be about the plan, the business, because I was saying, wow, people don't like to talk about business. People don't like to talk about business. But he was a businessman. He was about several things. You know, he even had a group of people around you. Stop being around and you need to have a good support system. That support system so that you could be about the business that you know. You do need a good team. He had a great team. He had somebody that would fight for him. He had some people that would watch his back. He had some people that would even tend to tell him things that he need and made sure that certain people stayed away. Who on your team? Yeah, I hashtag Go Team Jesus. That's right. Yeah. Because he lives in me. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Y'all know I talk about self first. That's right. Because he lives in me. And if we are the church, we are the church. You are the church. If you say that you have confessed him, you are the church. If we never step a foot in a church door, we're the church. What are you doing about your father's business? What are you doing about the business that he has assigned to your hand? Stop tripping between trouble and triumph. Stop tripping between trouble and triumph. Yeah. And then when we were talking and it said, you know what? He showed you in the trouble, during the trouble that seems to be and sometimes feel like you have died, that seems like it is tragic. He showed you through blood, sweat, and tears. Can y'all put that in? Blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah. For preachers on there, y'all can use that one. Through his blood, through his sweat, and through his tears, he did it for you. He did it for me. He did it for you. He did it for me. He did it for you. He did it for me. He did it for you. He did it for me. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Through his blood, through his stripes, we are healed. You are healed from that disease. You're healed from what they called you. You're healed from what you're allowing your mind to tell you, because it's a mindset. Set your mind. Let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. Yeah. Some people have stinking thinking because they get up out of the grave. Get up. Get up. Get up. Stop the stinking thinking. We win. We're triumphant. You're victorious. You're victorious. You're victorious. Tell yourself, I am victorious. He has given me power. He has given me authority. I move at his command. I know the plan that he has for me, and that plan has victory written all over it. That plan has victory written all over it. That plan has victory written all over it. I just simply came on here to share with you guys, to encourage you, to push you, to motivate you, to know that he has the plan. What plan has he assigned to you that you're not carrying out? It is about you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He sacrificed it just for you. He came from Calvary just for you. Yes, he did. He came from Calvary. He put on human flesh. He did it for humanity. He was in the business of his Father. He was in the business of humanity. What are you not doing to leave your legacy, to leave your living legacy, right? We have testimony. What is your testimony of being in the trouble, but you show that you came out victorious? That you show that you're victorious. You show that he still reigns, that he still rules, and he still has all power. Where are you at? Huh? Yeah. Where are you at? What are you doing? What are you doing? I see you guys. I thank you guys for jumping on again. I am Shawanna Kennedy. It is about you. It is about you and the plan and the call on your life. It is about you, and you. Between the trouble and the triumph, stop tripping. Know that you will have a time of it being somewhat dark. But during that tomb time, use that time to write the vision, allow it to be more clear so you can make it plain, and so that you can begin to move to action into walking out what you know he has put your hand to. Yeah. Stop tripping. Dark days will come, but you know the sun always manages to shine, even in the worst of storms. If you hold on, the sun does shine again. Yes, it does. So between trouble and triumph, stop tripping. Y'all know we serve a terrific Savior, and he has things in store for you. You just got to put in the work. You got to move to action. You got to move to action. When they came and they rolled the stone away, he was not there. You know why? Because he had moved. He moved from that place, which means in order for you to get some of the victories that you're looking for, you got to move too. Move to action in your own life, because you get a choice. You can choose to stay in that dark place, or you could choose to say, I choose to see light. I choose the life that I know he has planned for me. I choose the things that I know that he has been whispering sweetly in my ear. I choose to live better than my current circumstance. I choose to not let what they say about me matter to me anymore. I choose to not listen at those people and stay out of those places. I choose to stay away from those things. I choose joy. I choose joy, unspeakable joy. I choose the life that he has for me. I choose the life that I know that what? Yeah, he paid the price, which means you are worth it. You do deserve it. Yes, you do. Show him that his sacrifice was not in vain, because there is something that people need to hear from you. There's something somebody needs to hear from you. There's your story that only you can tell it. I can try to tell it, but can't nobody tell your story like you. Yeah. So between trouble and triumph, don't trip. I'm Shawanna Kennedy. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I thank you for the hearts. I thank you for the comments. I thank you for hanging in there with me. I thank you for even sharing. I thank you for all of just the prayers and the encouragement, because that's what we need. They'll know that we are Christians by our love. And I love you guys. And I thank you for the ones that support me. I'm grateful for the people who don't. Because it lets me know that sometimes I'm doing something right, because everybody is not going to be for you. Everybody was not for him. Everybody was not for him. They wanted to put to death someone who did no wrong. But he came for the salvation of the world. He came for the humanity of the world. And they'll know that we are Christians by our love. How is your love showing up today? How do your love look even in the midst of those troubles? Can they see that he still, even though we do go through stuff, but that he still is victorious in your life? and that your world is not coming to an end. And even when it feels like it, and sometimes look dark and look like it's coming to an end, he is still victorious. He is still triumphant. He is still wonderful. He chose to do what he did for us, and we get a choice. We get a choice to return the favor and show him that his sacrifice was not in vain. Don't allow his living, his sacrifice, his blood, his sweat, his tears, his blood, his sweat, his tears, his blood, his sweat, his tears to be in vain. We got work to do. We got work to do. Yeah. He came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. I want to experience some heaven right down here on earth, y'all. Yeah, we can. We can. I know he got mansions waiting for me up there, but, you know, it's a few of them down here. Hey. Yeah. It's a few of them right down here. Yeah. Be about your Father's business. When you're about his business, he will show up in yours. He will show up in yours. Yeah. He was a businessman. Y'all better hear that. I know some people don't like that don't like people to talk about that. But Jesus was a businessman. Don't trip. He was an influencer. Yeah. He was a connector of people and places. He was. Don't y'all get stuck in that dark place and allowing those crazy things. See, I remember I told you it started in the mind. What your mind telling you that got you tripping? And that's why you ain't seeing victory. You guys can continue to enjoy your holy weekend. Yes. Woo! Y'all know I cheer for you. I'm super excited about Jesus and his love and the favor that he has showered down on me and my house. And there's more to come. There's more to come. There is more to come. I love you. You. I am Shawanna Kennedy. So between the trouble and the triumph, stop tripping.